GQ magazine telling its readers it is their civic duty to wreck Thanksgiving by bringing up President Trump at the dinner table, writing, quote, this Turkey Day, consider making life hell for a few of your relatives. It's time to ruin your Trump-supporting family's Thanksgiving for America. Do it for the team. This is the same magazine, however, that just named Colin Kaepernick as 2017 Citizen of the Year for the national anthem football protests. Let's bring in psychiatrist Dr. Keith Ablow to break this all down. Good to see you, doctor.
Good to see you.
You know, there's a lot of talk about, what's going to happen tomorrow with political fights at the table. I'll tell you, in my house, I mean, there's, in every family, there's going to be somebody who would fight with the turkey if they could. What do you advise? What do you advise them about handling political fights at the table?
Look, I think it's best to avoid the topic. Usually I'm a person, as you know, I'm happy to wrestle about ideas. I think that the spirited discussion can be great. But listen, unless your family is homogeneous in terms of their political views, there's no there. You're not going to convince anybody to shift their perspectives at Thanksgiving. I would say embrace. If somebody says something political, I would wink at them and say, it's not for today, but you certainly bring up a contentious point. And don't take the bait. Somebody will say, what do you mean contentious? I would say, no, let's just enjoy. We're going to have a good time today. Yeah,
don't take the bait past the stuffing. But here's this poll. Many Americans worried about these upcoming Thanksgiving and holiday Christmas discussions. A new poll says nearly two-thirds of Americans dread talking politics at the Thanksgiving dinner table. I mean, what do you advise people to do to keep the peace? Should they just say, listen, if you're going to fight, go sit at the children's table?
Yeah, listen, I think the way to keep the peace is to proactively tell people, listen, no politics today, politics-free zone. It's the host and hostess of that event who really should rule the day in that way. People may need reminders. But look, when you talk about GQ magazine saying don't show up to Thanksgiving, ruin it in some other way, the truth is millions of Americans should be not buying, but looking at GQ magazine and the ads in that magazine and writing to the sponsors, the advertisers, saying, we're done. We're done with you now, unless you yank the ads.
Yeah, you're right, because, it's the equivalent of putting your head in a ceiling fan listening to these political fights at the dinner table. I don't like it. I don't think it's appropriate. I agree with you. You shouldn't do it. Just cut it out, right?
There's no there. Look, the truth is that if, God forbid, one of the people at my Thanksgiving gathering needed a transfusion or a kidney, I'd be there for them.
Yeah.
Are some of them completely wrong-minded in the worst, almost unforgivable way about politics? Yes, they are. Do I still love them? Yeah. So let's focus on the love and not yield an inch on the political ideology, because I'll tell you, if we give in, there isn't any Thanksgiving.